Welcome to Metrics and our show Money for Business with me, Oleg Ivanov, the founder of Crypto Bazaar. As you all know, in our show, we are talking about different projects, about different businesses, especially mostly focusing on blockchain and international companies who are developing this infrastructure and moving it into the future. And today, I would like to welcome our very good and very old friends, Anthony from QuarckChain and their partnering company Udap with Frank, who is also online with us. And today we're going to discuss a very interesting phenomenon. I mean, most of us already know about such phenomena as ICO, IEO now that started working since the beginning of this year. And today we'll disclose something new, which is called IXO. So Anthony and Frank, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks for inviting us.
Hi guys. Where are you based, by the way, at the moment? I mean, we know we're a global community, so every time it's very interesting to see where you guys at the moment.
So personally, I'm based in Silicon Valley. Currently, I'm traveling to Shanghai right now, and I'm with Frank in Shanghai currently in Udap office.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I hope the weather is good there.
Yeah, but our company, which is based in Singapore.
All right. Wow. Interesting. So, guys, before we go into like all the details, can you please briefly say a couple of words about, each of you about, your companies? I mean, we all probably know about QuarckChain, but Anthony, it would be great to know how the latest developments. What are you guys up to at the moment? And later on, of course, moving on to Frank.
Of course. My name is Answering. So I'm the CMO and also founding partner of QuarckChain. Before I started QuarckChain, so I had 2 years experience in Wall Street and 5 years experience in Silicon Valley for all kinds of tech companies. So I work in product strategy and also marketing before. So that's all my previous experience before blockchain. For QuarckChain, I think most of the people already know us. So we are started from Silicon Valley with a group of engineers from Google and Facebook. And the technology we have been using is state sharding, just like Ethereum 2.0. And we're the first project to finish this type of technology. And our mainnet already launched on April 30. So one thing I do want to mention is everyone knows us as fast, as scalability, but actually we're quite flexible. Unlike majority of the public chain who are stick with one consensus, one virtual machine, one ledger, and one token economics. Each shard of us actually can use different consensus, different ledger, different virtual machine, and different token economics. So it's very flexible.
Wow, beautiful.
So Frank, which is the founder of Udap, is one of our ecosystem partners. So Frank is yours.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
All right, that's come to me. Yeah, my name is Frank Ying. I'm the co-founder of Udap and also I'm managing the company operations. I have many years experience in gaming industry and so most of the time for the business development and the fundraising and the fund investment and also the IP management. I work with the most of the major clients like EA, like Microsoft, like Neopets, and some of the film makers like Warner Brothers and Fox.
Wow.
So recently I joined the blockchain industry. And because some of our other two founders, which is from IBM and IBM Canada and IBM United States, they think blockchain is the way to change the world. And I really believe it. So I joined together to make the UDAP, and we believe this is the trend we are trying to make the difference. So let me tell you a little bit about the UDAP.
Okay? Yeah, that'd be great to hear. I mean, with all the interesting background that you have, very exciting.
Thank you. Yes. UDAP actually is short for the Universal Decentralized Asset Protocols. So you can see from the name that it's very technical, right? So
Yep.
We are trying to make things in protocol levels. And we are the layer 2 solution that, with common building blocks, including the channels, asset lifecycle management, tokenization, and different trading tools. And also recently, we had the research on the decentralized identity management, and which we think all those tools, all those technical things we've done will help the blockchain application simpler and faster. And our middle layer can be used for any applications, which is easily can tokenize in program assets on Ethereum and any other EVM based public chains, and enable trading those assets in decentralized market in high throughput. So we have a technology like 3 channels that solve the scalability issues. This is how we work with the QuarckChain.
That makes a lot of sense, definitely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we're doing the on-chain scalability, and UDAP is doing like the off-chain, so it's like a good combination.
Yeah, totally.
So
totally.
UDAP to help existing applications to take advantage of the blockchain technology to become more decentralized and interoperable with the customer and also business partners at a low cost and a low learning curve. So this is what I'm trying to do, so that the application developers, their job is going to be easier, so they don't have to learn all the things from scratch and learn.
That's a very important move apparently for the whole industry, to actually move to layer 2 to make sure that the user experience is becoming more and more convenient, maybe in a way. One of the questions, if you mind me asking, who do you regard as your competitors, maybe, or your partners, and maybe how you different in this case? I know these questions would be obvious in a way, so it would be great to hear.
Okay, our competitors like Seller recently got listed on Binance, and L4 is a long-time companies who did the research on the city channel technologies, and some of the other companies who is trying to research on city channels. And right now, our there's like an L4 and a Seller network, which is just recently got listed on Binance. They all have the solutions for the city channels, which is using the off-chain technology to make the things that blockchain cannot solve, and make it the solution on the off-chain to make the connections faster and make the transaction easier. So this is some of the competitors do, but compared with the existing competitors, our advantage is the maturity and versatility. So we already make all those products ready and released based on our city channel technologies. Some of the games called one of our partner make a game based on our city channel technology called QuarckChain Udap, which is a dice game you can play by the Ethereum networks, which is very fast. You don't have to pay high gas fee for each transactions. We make the user experience very friendly. You can enjoy the fast experience by the QuarckChain, and also we have a application called UMedia, which is a music marketplace. to let the musicians to sell their music online. We're using the free channel to cut the cost because we don't want the musician to sell their music for every to pay the gas fee, right? So because the music is probably won't cover the cost of each of the transaction by the gas fee. So this channel solve the fee problems. So we already have 2 examples coming out, and also we're working with some of our other partners for this data technology. And we believe right now is the mature technology gonna help them make the developments much shorter and faster.
Of course, yeah, and I'm sure that the QuarckChain team would also give their hand to make sure that you guys would make it a faster move, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like it's a very technical team. To be honestly, it's a little bit like us. So remember, 1 year ago, right before the ICO, actually we already had the testbed to show us like what we have been doing. So Udap is the same thing. We're even more further steps. So before the listing, actually they already have the product ready. So people can try like how smoothly and how good it is. Although it's in Ethereum, and it's more promising to be honestly because everyone know like Ethereum is slow. And since we already have our mainland launch, so next step, so definitely we will work more closely into helping getting like Udap into the QuarckChain mainnet. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Answering back to you. So yeah, this April you had this main launch, and it was actually a very loud launch, right? I mean, quite a lot of people talked about this, and first of all, congratulations on the team's success. It's not so often that teams move that fast as you guys, so it's really an honor to know you and really follow you guys. So this is very good. Now. What are your next steps in the moment? I mean, I understand that you're focusing on launching layer 2 solutions across your chain at the moment, and what are your plans?
Yeah, of course. So everyone knows QuarckChain as scale as fast as I mentioned before. So to be honestly, we have been adding a lot of new features which are not included in the white paper into the mainnet. So that's why people are like, okay, so to be honestly, so your mainnet is a little bit delayed compared with your proposed time. So it's not delayed. So basically, even with these new features, we finish all the development by the end of the March, but we just need more time to testing that. So talking about those new features, what are they? So first is like, all the public chain, like I mentioned before, they have to stick with one combination, which means consensus, virtual machine, tokenomics, and ledger. So people are talking about POW is great. And another group of people are talking about like, no, we stick with POS. So POW is like old fashioned or something. There has been like, debate where like, a lot of like compare with that.
Yep.
But for why should we make a choice? For people who like POW, just use POW. People who like POS, just use POS. And what if like some other new consensus came out or some new virtual machine? Currently, people are using EVM, but later on, what if there like some new virtual machine came out? Then just use that because each of our shards can use a new combination of the 4 components I just mentioned before.
Wow.
So that makes it very flexible.
Yeah.
So you ask like what are the plans after the mainnet launch? Currently, because our infra design, we already support POW and POSW. POSW is a combine of POS plus POW. But later on, we're going to add more consensus into the structure. And also, we're going to add other function shards. Depends on, for example, like virtual machine or like tokenomics or like ledger as people like. Yeah, so this is the first priority. So stay tuned every time. So, after a couple months, 1 or 2, you will see something new comes out. And the second one we're focusing on is enterprise solution. Currently, we already signed some big contracts, a big company, which we cannot share more details because they're all under development. But we're going to do more like PR, probably very soon. For those kind of company, why they choose us? It's because of this kind of flexibility. We give them the full, choice to choose what are the competencies they like, what are the virtual machine, what are the token economics, all based on their requirements. Because as you may know, different industry actually have different needs.
Very true.
So previously, for industry A, they have to you say like, okay, I can only use this chain, and for industry B, it's like, no, I have to choose chain B because they have different needs in terms of the four components I mentioned. But currently, they can all use us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like very different compared with like all the other chain, not only just sharding project, because all the other sharding project, they have to add in the same shards. But for us, remember, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, you guys.
It's just a little bit,
Yeah, you guys.
it's just a little bit,
You sound like you're very very well prepared for like any potential changes in the future. You build for something that's not unforeseen at the moment that may happen like in 5-10 years from now. So it's definitely very very well thought out. So yeah,
exactly. That's because of the culture for like Google and Facebook. Because previously we're like Google Facebook team, so people are like, you cannot build something for now. You cannot build something for next year. Actually, you have to build something which can be fully adapt and developed in 5 years or even longer time. So that's like the philosophy we already have in mind. So all the things we build, when the new things came out, when people have different needs, we need to be flexible to adapt to that. Otherwise, we have to just build like a new chain, right? I think
true.
that's most of the people are doing that. After 1 or 2 years, oh, okay, something new came out. Let's abandon that. Just get like a new chain. But that's not like a sustainable way. Yeah.
No, totally. It's great to hear that there's so much thought behind the team and behind exactly what you're doing, guys. Um, Frank, can you say a couple words about, I mean, maybe some potential integrations that you already have? I mean, everybody in the space, whenever there's a new project, there's usually like the key questions that everybody asks. What about the team? Where you are at the moment with the stage of development, and what about the integrations? I mean, the first two we pretty much covered. The third one is very, very interesting. I mean, as much as you can disclose, of course, at the moment.
Yeah, well, for the technical points, we are working very closely with the QuarckChains,
Yep.
and we use our layer 2 solution on QuarckChain. It's not an easy job, to be frankly speaking.
I know these
our
guys are tough. We did hackathons with them, and yeah, we got probably the most detailed feedback from the team. So thanks for that, honestly.
Of course.
Yeah. So even though we have many years of experience working on the developments on Ethereum, but the QuarckChain is a little bit quite different. It's faster, and a lot of the work we have to go through. We are trying to figure out each step. But we did really receive a lot of support technically from QuarckChain. And we believe sooner we're gonna release the layer 2. Right now we don't have the exactly time yet, but we believe in 6 months we can have the layer 2 solution for QuarckChain. Our team members is working hard for that.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, both of us, of course.
All right.
Yeah. So and talking about the layer 2 solution, it's not just a state channel. It's components of different blocks, different modules in one layer. The layer can do a lot of things. To be frankly speaking, there are going to be a lot of things we cannot do. So we are like composite of different solutions, either by us, like state channel, because it's so hard to do. And our team have experience. We have to fix it because we don't have an existing solution yet. So we do it by our own. And basic solution like token services. Nowadays there's a Cosmos or there's a Polkadot. They are doing staking things, and what we believe staking is only one small module in our token services.
Right.
And after staking, you can loan, you can pledge, you can transfer your staking to the others. So many things based on the tokens. This is what we call token services. It's one module to us, but it's a combination of different kind of technologies we're going to do. And also the decentralized ID system, which is very difficult to do because we are very realistic. There's existing technical solutions from Microsoft or some of the organizations that they are working on the standards, right, for the ID system. But for us, it's very hard to let our partners, because most of our partners are internet companies. They have need that they don't want their users to use, to remember all those words, 12 words, write it down or save it in safe.
The seed phrases for the wallets, it's crazy. Yeah, I totally agree.
Disaster if you lost your 12 words, right? So, or your house burned, you lost maybe millions of dollars. So the real assets.
Too many stories like that. I totally agree.
Yeah, that's true. So our solution is basically easier steps for the users. They don't have to remember any other things, or they don't even know they are using the blockchain technologies. We simply integrate with their existing ID systems. They can don't have to remember any other different things, but we have a solution that first we don't touch their private key, and we save in the servers, but not like a plain text. And we are divided into small pieces into different sections of the different servers to make it safer. And we don't have the authority to get it. In that way, the user, they lost their ID, they still have ability to retrieve their private key, which is they can get their tokens from their ID, right? From their ID systems.
Yeah, you're touching on probably some of the major pain points in the industry. That's totally true. Okay, guys, let's move on to the this new animal that you I guess are creating. What is IXO? What is this all about?
IXO is really a new thing, and it was invented by the exchange called PXGo. We call in Chinese Pizza Go, which means pizza dog in Chinese, which is hard to remember. Yeah, but actually it's PXGo, right?
Yeah.
This is the correct name, PREXGO.com. Well, the X, because I and O, which is very easy to know, right? It's the initial offering.
Right.
And X means 4 different parties. It's not like it means 10. It's actually 4 different parties. So first, the project, which is us. Second is the public chains with QuarckChain. And the third is the exchange. And the fourth is the investors. So basically, 4 different group of people, they join together to make the initial offerings. And why we do that, or why PXGo do that, is because the difference with the IEO is you have initial offering on exchange, and then nobody knows the projects, right? Nobody can guarantee the project is safe, or is the team is okay, it's not a spam or sprawl. So, but with the credit by the QuarckChain, they know us, and they know actually it's our first project supported by QuarckChain, right?
Yeah.
So we are so proud of that. And the QuarckChain knows us, and this is why we make all these deals all together and make the initial offerings to the public. So the public investors, they know for sure we are not coming from nothing. We have so many things that QuarckChain can guarantee. So this is the beauty of IXO.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting, because I totally agree with you with the times of 2016, 17, early 2018 when the ICO was booming. It was enough to have a landing page and pretty much you launch your crowdfunding campaign, and there was no third-party authority, let's put it this way, who would put a stamp on it and say, hey, okay, we verified these guys are good, and then so on. So yeah, with this IEO, rebirth, let's say, yeah, the stamp of an exchange is a little bit better. And apparently, after like a long winter, crypto winter that we all experienced in late 2018, most of the projects that are now being launched on all these exchanges apparently are the strongest ones that survived this winter, right? So they're pretty much known and defined, but of course you have the limitation of the exchange and the long pipeline and the waiting list that some of the projects have to wait before they actually launch something. So this is a very fresh and very interesting idea. Can you probably say a couple of words like how this technically would work? A day that is, would the technique be the same or similar to what the ICO was doing, or is it close to what you're doing? What is happening in the IO space, where you would have pretty much a quick listing afterwards on an exchange. How is it going to work?
I think it's similar to the IEO. Basically, you can join the lotteries because basically, if it is overwhelming, you probably by chance, right? And after you need offer, you get at least the right way, at least very fast. And we're gonna do it next week, which is July 7th is the start of the IXO, and July 8th is for the public tradings started.
Okay.
So in short, so basically, it's very similar to IEO for sure. So, but just not using the platform's currency. Instead, you using like QKC to get into like the UDAP initial offering. So basically depends on like how much QKC holds, then you can claim for some tickets. And also, for these tickets, definitely it has to be go through like a lottery to get into like the final whitelisting. And then so the UDAP token will be listed on Pixel right after that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, we had a small like breach in the connection. You said it's going to be listed. Can you just repeat where it's going to be listed afterwards?
Yeah, so it will be listed in Hexago, so right after that.
Oh, okay.
But so basically like 3 steps. First, you had QKC. So
Yes.
you are a QKC token holder. Second, you claim for the ticket you want to get into the UDAP based on your QKC holder. So you will be decided how many tickets you have. And then there will be like a lottery. Mm-hmm. The third one is if you win the lottery, then you get into the whitelisting. So you have like it's just like the IEO. Yeah. So you have some slots, and then so the UDAP token will be listed in Pixago right after that.
Right. How do you? Do you have to hold QuarckChain tokens in some specific wallets, or if you buy them off exchanges, do you need to transfer them somewhere? So maybe some of the technical.
Oh yeah, I guess you have to hold that in the Pixago exchange. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Can you repeat it again, please? We had a small glitch there.
Yeah, so you have to be a token holder of QuarckChain in the Pixago exchange accounts. So basically, if you are currently already being like a QKC token holder, just transfer your token into the Pixago accounts.
Oh, okay, I see. And I guess you will definitely have maybe some website that would explain all the rules and all the steps. And hopefully by the end of today's interview, we'll definitely, send a link to all those who are watching us to make sure that they, can follow.
Of course.
Follow the steps. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So, what are your expectations? What is the cap and the overall distribution maybe of the tokens?
So this is just like a rough number. So correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't be like too much range. Everyone can get about like $70 something slots per ticket, and the people may have more than one ticket. Depends on you're holding about QuarckChain. And we are raising 100K USD dollars as a total cap.
Oh, okay. So that's that's a very, very reasonable amount, and I'm sure that you guys would close like within the seconds, probably as always. All right. So what's next? Okay, so we do transfer the QuarckChain tokens. We do participate in the lottery. Suppose we're lucky and we get the tokens, and then the listing comes in. What's going to happen next? What are you guys up to? Any new developments? Any new projects coming in on your side, Anthrin and Frank? Any interesting solutions maybe for your investors or token holders?
Yeah, so let me go first. So for QuarckChain, for sure, UDAP definitely is our first partners because it's really like a great team in terms of especially technology part. But we're building our ecosystem, so will not be the last one. It's the first one, but not the last one.
Of course.
So you can always use your QKC to participate in this kind of opportunities. And also, if you're like a QKC token holders, we're going to open the transaction in mainnet soon. You can test and see how fast the mainnet it is. Plus, so there will be like a POSW, which is like a POS combined with POW. So it's also about like staking. So that will be open pretty soon as well. So except for trading, we're like just holding. There will be a lot of things you can do with QKC.
Excellent. Yeah, I know that staking is a hot topic, let's say, in the area at the moment, and of course, delegations and validation is something of very big interest. So yeah, once you guys are ready, we'll be very happy to to see what you guys are doing, and of course, share it across our community. Frank, back to you.
Of course. Like I mentioned before, so you don't have to make a choice. You can use both POW, POS in our network. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, back to you, Frank.
Yeah. For UDAP, we already prepared a lot of things because our slogan is tokenizing everything, which means we are trying to combine the access in real world into the blockchains and through the different industries. And our ecosystem partners in different areas like in gaming, in supply chain finance, in data management, in health, education, and different industries, and also ticketing, of course. So we believe with our middleware solution, gonna help a lot of business partners. They can easily transform their existing business into token economy, and this is the trend we are seeing because right now we are working with our partners very closely to release some of the projects from our community. We're gonna support them technically. We provide their solution for blockchains, and our business partners are gonna do their job at their end because they know exactly what they are doing, and we know what things happens in the blockchains. So we will deliver very matured system for the ticketing, and we believe that gonna be a huge number of users gonna use our technologies, and of course help our business partners to grow very fast. And the ticketing company we are working with, we call it Xishiqu, and which is number 2 or number 3 in China, and they are selling millions of different tickets. And the ticketing in the blockchain can help them a lot to avoid double spending, to have to let the users to easily manage their tickets and to resell it, and it's a very good solution. So we are trying to release it with our community partners soon. So of course, based on QuarckChains, because QuarckChain provides all those fast solutions and
flexible.
Yes, flexible, of course, and definitely gonna help industry grow very fast. We are really, hoping solution gonna provide very fast. And right now, the integration is going on. They're gonna be our next big things once we get listed on the exchange.
Excellent, excellent. Well, guys, thank you very much for such an interesting interview. I mean, we had a little bit of glitches along the way, but hopefully it would not be, too bad for those who would be watching us in the recording. So yeah, thanks again for your time. We hope that everything goes well, and we'll definitely share all the information with the links that we'll try to post across all our channels. And all the good luck, guys. It's definitely very, very interesting to see something new happening, and to support everybody who's creating something new and challenging for the whole industry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, and all the good luck again.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.